Drew Brees dumps it to Tomlinson. He takes it close to a first down. First things first, 93 catches. That's a running back record in the NFL. Later on, second and goal from the 2. Tomlinson up the middle, and it's 7-0 Chargers against the Raiders. So we're tied at 14. Ladainian Tomlinson, class, tough. 35 yards down to the Raiders' 27. Now, we're showing a lot of short runs by this guy, but let me give you the numbers at the end of the game. The touchdown to put the Chargers up 21-14. And this, his 8th and final catch of the day, which means he's the first back in NFL history to run for 1,000 yards and catch 100 balls. He ran today for 243 yards. He ran for 1,645 yards. You see the total yards in the season, almost 2,400. They're 2-0. Ladainian Tomlinson coming back to his home state in Texas. Down 6-3, and Tomlinson bounces outside. Look at him turn on the Jets and then go inside the 5, a 32-yard run. Guess who would score the touchdown after that? The Jets. Until Ladainian Tomlinson. 4-yard run, 27-14. Bruce Sternum could not start. Billy Volek starts, but Ladainian Tomlinson started and finished. 15-yard touchdown. And then 21-7, Ladainian Tomlinson. Whoa. Watch this.
Whoa.
42-yard pickup, and he passes Paul Lowe. We see it once a year. The greatest uniforms in the history of sports. The throwback 1960s Lance Allworth, John Hadel, San Diego Chargers. And look at this. Drew Brees to Ladainian Tomlinson. San Diego to the Chargers. 54 yards. Setting up LT from the 1. How about the lightning bolt on the helmet? He's in there. 14-0 San Diego against Jacksonville, who comes in winning these powder blues for the first time since 1994, which was their Super Bowl year. But Ladainian Tomlinson will look good in any uniform, even in a burlap bag. Last season, when he ran for over 1,600 yards, he was the first 1,000-yard back to ever catch 100 passes. As ESPN.com's Greg Garber reports, pretty impressive when you consider TCU wasn't exactly a pass-happy offense.
Give to LT. Big hole, left side pitch. 15. He's gone. He's gone. Touchdown, Ladainian Tomlinson.
I was a great admirer of Jim Brown and many other great runners that have come along since. But I believe that Ladainian Tomlinson is the finest running back that I've seen in my experience in pro football, which goes back to 1965.
One of the major reasons Marty Schottenheimer feels that way is Ladainian Tomlinson's versatility. In the first 3 seasons of his career, he caught more passes than any other running back in NFL history. Last season, Tomlinson became the first running back to rush for over 1,000 yards and catch 100 passes in the same season.
Catching the ball out the backfield allows you to get in open space most of the time. It creates matchup problems. You're just able to create bigger plays by catching the ball out the backfield.
You take it, you throw it out there somewhere in space, and then he matched up against guys that are of much similar size to himself.
When we can motion him out, get him matched up on a linebacker, safety, a corner, it doesn't matter who it is, we believe he can win.
On any given Sunday, the San Diego Chargers have as many as 20 different ways to get the ball to Tomlinson, through the air alone.
Throwing a check down, or throwing a swing route, or throwing a post, whatever it might be, throwing to Ladainian Tomlinson, we look at it as a guaranteed completion and, just as good or better than a run.
Tomlinson is one of the few prominent backs in the NFL who runs the post route.
You try to hit him on the run up the seam vertically to where, he catches the ball, and before you know it, he's by the first set of linebackers, and now he's up into the safeties. If he makes one of those guys miss, it's a touchdown, and we've seen that happen a few times.
Touchdown, San Diego Chargers. Like they draw it up on the board. It was perfection.
Sometimes what people do is, with Antonio Gates right here, this guy right here, he'll widen, and then this guy picked Antonio Gates up. So you have to know which guy's covering you. So right from the jump, I seen him go with Antonio Gates. So I'm looking for the next man. I say, oh, there he is. Here he come. He's running so hard that I know good and well he can't cover me coming across his face. I saw him out the corner of my eye running so fast that I knew if I cut back inside, he wasn't going to be able to cover me.
According to NFL scouts, the adjustments that Tomlinson makes on the fly make him unique among running backs. The option route asks the most of his versatility.
Touchdown, Ladainian Tomlinson. How do you let that guy get so open?
We got an option route coming up. I'm up here. This is me lining up wide. I'm going to motion in right here. I got two options here. If I get man-to-man, I can break out and beat him. If I get zone, I'm going to have to hook up and look for the ball. And so I got to recognize which one of these guys is covering me. And I know right off the bat, since this guy took Antonio, I'm going to just speed cut out of my turn and beat him right away.
No matter how they play him, we have an answer for it. If people say, hey, we're not going to let Ladainian Tomlinson run the post on us anymore, so we have him run out there, the guy's playing inside of him, he runs out. We throw him the ball, same result.
Ladainian Tomlinson, Mike Vick. There's Tomlinson. Remember draft day swap, or the day before the 2001 draft, Vick, a Falcon, Tomlinson, a Charger, and LT on 4th and 1. Scores a touchdown, and we're tied at 7.
Yeah, and the great ones have different ways of getting into the end zone. That's yards from McCardell. 1st and goal for the Bolts. That set up Tomlinson. He was held.
It's 16-14, but Ladainian Tomlinson, he's still playing hurt. You can see him gimp at the end, but is he single-handedly?
Now, Osgood has come in as a 3rd receiver. 3rd down and 2, San Diego looking for a quick strike. It's Tomlinson up the middle and in. Tomlinson, touchdown, San Diego. It is a run, and it is Tomlinson in for the 2nd time. Touchdown, San Diego.
He really gets going. This offense is going to be really tough. Look at the cuts. You know that groin's not hurting now. And look at the protection of the football.
At 14, remember Tampa won the game in this field, Super Bowl 37 2 years ago. Ladainian Tomlinson, 35 yards, had a big workmanlike day again. LT, up the middle, touchdown, and San Diego.
Well, that was bad. 1st down Chargers, but they do have this. Oh, bad weather. How about Ladainian Tomlinson? Right up the gut for a 20-yard game. And then Tomlinson is going to charge toward the record books with 11 straight games with a touchdown. The record is 13. John Riggins. You got to try something. That's right. Meanwhile, 3rd and goal, guess who's getting it? LT, Ladainian Tomlinson. You got, instead of a ski hat, you got the Browns fan. They love their football. They're out there. It's
been immense. One of those Pro Bowl snubs we talked about.
Yeah, and Ladainian Tomlinson, look at the catch off the back hip boom. He could go all the way.
San Diego Superchargers, 74 yards.
A great trivia question in the future.
24-16, and now Ladainian Tomlinson has now run for a touchdown in 12 straight games.
2nd and goal. Tomlinson to the edge, to the end zone. Touchdown, San Diego. And Ladainian Tomlinson just tied a record. A record that has stood since the middle 80s when John Riggins and then separately George Rogers did it after Riggins.
He makes the one-handed catch down to the 44th, and the pitch to Ladainian Tomlinson. More history today. 14 straight games that LT has.
With a rushing touchdown, that breaks his own NFL record. And here he goes again on 1st and 10. Behind Neal. 30, 20, out of bounds at the 13. Lorenz interception. Tomlinson. Touchdown. Lorenzo. LT. Touchdown. 6:33 to go, and the only thing that really matters right now for San Diego is the clock.
Look out.
The Chargers with a chance to...
He up 8. So 2nd and 2. It's back to LT, and he's across for another rushing touchdown. And oh man, that's 16 straight games with at least one rushing touchdown, extending his NFL record.
Jim, we talked about it, everything, but you don't say this enough. Because of the speed and his ability, you're always worried about what he's going to do as a runner. He gets sneaky, and he can overpower you, and that's what he did to the defense that time.
Mr. Automatic to the goal line in the backfield. Tomlinson's already got 1 today, and now give him 2. Standing up, Tomlinson gives the Chargers the lead back.
I'll tell you what, Ladainian Tomlinson, I hate to keep talking about it, but it's coming through so much. The power and just the will to get it done. The toughness. Monty Beisel, no way. 3 shot at him.
2nd and 17. From here. Blitz. Gets it off. Tomlinson. 50, 20. First down. Ladainian Tomlinson tackled from behind by Polamalu. So he avoided the blitz, did breeze the pressure up the middle, gets it to Tomlinson. It's a 41-yard gain.
You know, and that's where quarterbacks have to be tough guys. He's only 6 feet tall. He knows that the pressure is coming right at him, but he has to step into it and get rid of it and get it out there to Tomlinson. I mean, that's a tough thing. You know that the pressure's there. You know that the guy's going to hit you, but you can't even look at it. You have to look upfield and find your 21.
And Tomlinson, quick hitter. First down, 25-yard line. That burst through the middle. 17 consecutive games with a touchdown, and a huge one here to put them up in front by 1, and now they'll go for 2.
Boy, this guy is something special. I mean, you know what they're going to do. They know what they're going to do. Now just stop it. And he can put his body in so many different lanes and so many different angles and make so many cuts in such a short area that there's no one like him.
The place he has just rolled is in Oakland. The Chargers swept the Raiders for the first time last year since 1992. Drew Brees to Ladainian Tomlinson, 35 yards, 18 straight games. Tomlinson has at least 1 touchdown to get Tomlinson back. Catching, running, he was great. Obviously, Hall of Fame. Tomlinson, not bad himself. Look at him revert for 18 yards, Tom. How does he do it? Wonders here.
Yeah, take a look at this. When he sees those 6 guys, he makes a great cutback, and then he's got what I call the Barry Sanders bounce, because he pops right there, and he switches direction, and he's going somewhere other than where the defenders are.
And the inside handoff, Tomlinson, and he's in there for his...
Tomlinson threw a touchdown to Drew Brees. Ladainian, he's going to do it again. This time to Justin Fields. So first half, 97 yards rushing, a touchdown rushing, a touchdown receiving, a touchdown throwing. You get the picture? He's pretty good. He's real good.
Playing with a heavy heart. His father's sudden death this week, and so all his teammates trying to pick him up. Lawrence, LT, BLT, the full LT, Ladainian Tomlinson, and get a win against the Redskins. And if you want to win, it helps to use this guy, Ladainian Tomlinson, down 3-0, touchdown, 1 yard, 7-3 charge. They're back at it, 22 yards, 10-7 skid. Then LT, the Chargers down 17th, and they were down 17-7. Caden kicks the long field goal, 3 tough yards for LT, 5 straight 1,000-yard seasons rushing. You want more? 1st and 10 at the 32. Tomlinson outside, and with 3.5 to go, he's going to tie the game on a 32-yard run. We're tied at 17. Next, guess who? From the 41, Tomlinson left guard. What? The stiff arm, he's gone. He could go all the way. An overtime touchdown run by the best back in football, Ladainian Tomlinson, and the Chargers, down 10 on the road, win a huge game.
Phillip Rivers making his first NFL start. You know they had riding shotgun for him. Ladainian Tomlinson, that makes for a smooth ride. First quarter, second Chargers possession, they're up 3-0, and Hal Hunter's offensive line just dominated the Raiders defensive line early. 58 yards for Tomlinson.
Tomlinson had a career-high first quarter. Let's see if he touches it to start the second. He does. Airborne touchdown. He made it. San Diego in the end zone. And they're going to lead 9-0 with the extra point coming up. Good call by Marty.
Tomlinson touchdown, 10-0, second quarter. Tomlinson bounces outside, stiff arms Ronaldo Hill. Reservations for 6. It was 20-0 at the half.
The best running back in the league. Ladainian Tomlinson is just righteous. Coach, give me a bunch of reasons why he's so
Coach got it down. It was a great design play, but listen, you got to have great design play. You got to get the ball in Ladainian Tomlinson's hands all the way. That is a water paint move if I've ever seen one. That is beautiful right there. That's about a 44 vertical.
He took off from the 4-yard line. Ladainian only had 71 yards rushing, but he had 4 touchdowns. 4!
Awesome. Like it.
By the way, it's now 27-13. Rivers looked for Ladainian Tomlinson. That's too easy, Merrill.
That's what happened.